Ashley Whewell, and I'm the dietitian over at Coastline Elderly Services. And today we are going to be making a nice, simple, and fresh recipe for summer. We're going to be making a pan-seared salmon with pineapple salsa. This recipe is really great for summer. You can use any type of fish that you like. If salmon is not your cup of tea, you could use cod. But today we're going to be focusing on salmon. Salmon does have a lot of great health benefits to it, including omega-3 fatty acids, which is really great for memory and just, keeping your cognitive abilities alive. So today we are going to be using a pre-made marinade, which is a Hawaiian sauce. So we are going to get our salmon in here, and we're going to be covering our salmon with about a half a cup of our marinade. If you don't really like store-bought marinades, or if sodium is an option or a problem for you, then you can definitely try to make your own marinade at home. It is very simple. But today we're going to be using our Hawaiian one. So we'll throw that in the fridge, let it marinate for about 15 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes about. But we already have one already marinated. So we'll take that out of our fridge. So like I said, our salmon has been marinating for about 15 minutes now. And we have our cast iron skillet warming up over here. So if this is the summertime and you have the option for grilling, then you can definitely do this on the grill. If you're not so much into pan searing and you prefer your fish to be oven roasted, that's also an option. So this recipe does call for butter. Again, if you want to make this a little bit more heart friendly, then you can go ahead and use some olive oil or canola oil, whatever you prefer. So we'll throw our salmon in there. We're going to let it sear for about 4 to 5 minutes per side with skin side up to start. And turn down the temperature just a little bit. So for the temperature, you want it to be about medium hot. We're going to let that sear again for about 4 to 5 minutes. So while that's searing, we'll start making our pineapple salsa. We have some basic ingredients that, again, you may already have in your pantry. We bought some pre-diced pineapple. We have our red bell pepper, a red onion, and some cilantro. And then we're also going to be using some of our marinade to just add some nice juices to it. So pretty simple. We're just going to start by dicing up our pineapple. Now, if you're not a fan of pineapple, you could also use mango. You could use strawberries if you want to switch it up completely. Really just using any recipes that you prefer. Or if you don't like to make, or if you don't have the ingredients to make some salsa at home, jarred salsa is definitely an option also. So we're just going to roughly chop up our pineapple. If you like your pieces to be a little bit smaller, that is fine. And again, you can use any type of bell pepper that you like. Some people don't like red bell peppers, they prefer green, or they prefer yellow and orange. There's a lot of different colors that you can choose from. So whatever is going to be your personal preference is going to be great for this recipe. So again, we're just going to chop up about 1/4 of our red bell pepper. And again, if you like your salsa to be a little bit chunkier, that's fine. Or if you like it a little bit on the smoother side, then you can definitely chop your vegetables to be a little bit smaller. But we're going to add just some of our red bell pepper here. And this recipe is great because for the summertime, a lot of these vegetables will be nice and fresh. You may be growing some of these already in your own garden. which would make this recipe even nicer. So we'll move this over here. And now we'll have our red onion. We're just gonna chop about a quarter of our red onion. You really don't need too much. And again, if red onion is maybe a little too bitter for you, you could always use a white onion or a sweet onion. And luckily, a lot of us already have onions in our pantry. So again, this recipe is great for just using up some ingredients that you may have laying around that you need to get rid of. So we'll put just a little bit of red onion in there. I really like onions, so I may add just a little extra. And this salsa is going to be a great light addition to your salmon, which is, like I said before, filled with those omega-3 fatty acids, which are great fatty acids. It is a fattier fish, so it is a little bit rich. So pairing it with something like a pineapple salsa is going to be great in lightening up that meal a little bit. So I'm just going to chop off the top of the cilantro, and we're going to kind of rough estimate here. But again, it's about, the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of cilantro. So we're going to rough chop it up. And again, I love cilantro. A lot of people are a little picky about cilantro. It's not their favorite. You either love it or you hate it, but I love it. So you could always choose to leave it out if you find that you're not really a cilantro lover. But like I said, I love it, so I'm gonna add a good amount for myself. Okay. And now that we have our 4 ingredients in here, so we have our pineapple, our pepper, and our cilantro, we're gonna add a little bit of that marinade that we had left over. So we're gonna add that right on top. And if you find that you need a little bit more marinade for the salsa, you can go ahead and add some more. But we're just gonna go ahead and mix that all up. And the colors of the salsa are really beautiful. We got that nice yellow from the pineapple, and then the red and the purple from the onion. It really is beautiful. So now it's been about 4 or 5 minutes, so we're gonna give our salmon a little flip. So we got a nice char on our salmon. Which again, if you're not someone who likes a nice char, I do, but if you're not really into the char of the salmon, then you can definitely go ahead and just throw it into your oven and bake the salmon. If you're gonna do that, you could do it for about 15 to 20 minutes, and I would recommend maybe doing it about either 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 400 degrees, depending on your oven. So we'll give that a couple more minutes on there. And like I said, our salsa is nice and ready. If you find that it needs a little more spice, you could also add a jalapeno to your salsa, make it a little bit spicier. You could add a little bit of salt and pepper and maybe some other spices if you prefer. So a good indicator that your salmon is done, it shouldn't be too spongy. It should be nice and firm, like when you're cooking chicken or steak. For salmon, you can really cook it to how you like it. Some people like it a little bit more on the medium rare side. Some people like it really cooked. I personally tend to like it more on the medium rare side. So I like to have like that piece of salmon nice and soft. So we're going to turn off our heat and we'll start plating. Also, I should note that if you don't like the skin on your salmon, you can definitely go ahead and take a knife and remove that skin. I like the skin, so we left it on there today. And now you're just gonna take a little bit of your salsa and plate it right on top. This salmon would also go great with some rice. If you cook up some rice, you could have it on top of a salad, a nice fresh salad. It really is just a great addition for, you know, a summer night, or even in the wintertime. It really could go anytime if you like your fish. But so that's our recipe for today. Again, it was a Hawaiian salmon with a pineapple salsa. If you guys tried the recipe, please let us know and leave a comment. And I hope you like our recipe. Thank you so much.